In today's news, President makes world record with the longest press conference of nearly 15 hours. President calls on journalists to prioritize truthful and unbiased reporting to the public. And Abbas Ibrahim praises the president for his transparency during Saturday's press conference, setting a standard all officials should follow.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to MMTV News in English with me, Mariam Milza Masood. As the world observed World Press Freedom Day, President Dr. Mohammad Moise commemorated the occasion by holding the longest press conference ever recorded.
Commencing at 10 a.m., the nearly 15-hour press conference extended past midnight, a new world record by a president. The president continuously responded to questions from journalists. He acknowledged the crucial role of a press in society and emphasized the importance of factual, balanced, and impartial reporting. During the marathon session, which went on with minimal break to allow time for prayers, President Dr. Moise also addressed questions submitted by members of the public via reporters. The event coincided with the Maldives' improvement in the 2025 World Press Freedom Index, where the country moved up 2 places from 106th to 104th out of 180 nations. The current administration attributes this progress to various initiatives aimed at bolstering media independence, enhancing access to information, and improving journalistic infrastructure. One such initiative is the proposed development of a media village to support local media organizations. A Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, has already been signed with the developer to advance the project. In the 2025 budget, the government has allocated MVR 27.98 million in support of press freedom. Transparency measures have also been broadened, with the administration holding 141 press conferences and facilitating 1,071 media interviews to date. The AHA Forum, a platform for direct public engagement, has further encouraged dialogue between government officials and the public, including sessions led by ministers and the president himself. The President's office has also launched the podcast titled Rayitullah Echo, featuring the President Dr. Moise in direct conversation with the public, sharing policy insights and updates. 4 episodes have been released since 27th March of 2025. Through the Rayitunga Adu portal, citizens have submitted 1,043 complaints or suggestions, with the President having responded to 705 of them. This initiative is part of the administration's broader effort to promote direct public engagement. With regard to access to information, the government has received 1,843 right to information requests, of which 1,674 have been answered, reflecting a response rate of approximately 90%. Additionally, the government has issued 8,524 official news statements and press releases. Within South Asia, the Maldives currently holds the 2nd highest ranking for press freedom, allowing Nepal.
President Dr. Mohammad Moise has called on journalists to prioritize providing truthful and unbiased information to the public. Addressing the press conference held at the President's office, President Dr. Mohammad Moise urged journalists to verify the information they get before sharing it. The President emphasized journalists' responsibility to provide the truth and stated that the media must refrain from disseminating anything other than factual information. Highlighting the noble responsibility of a journalist, he further noted that their highest priority must be to deliver factual information to the public without anyone's influence. President Dr. Moise further stated that while journalists must always verify both sides of an issue, some journalists are taking sides and sensationalizing it to make it more appealing to the readers. Emphasizing that it is wrong to do so, he urged everyone to speak the factual truth. Abbas Ibrahim, a recipient of the Order of the Distinguished Rule of Izzuddin, has commended President Dr. Mohammad Moise's leadership during a press conference held on World Press Freedom Day, describing it as a model of transparency and accountability that all public officials should follow. Speaking at the PSM Award 2025 ceremony held to mark Public Service Media's 8th anniversary, Abbas said the president had set a historic example by engaging with journalists for nearly 15 hours, a session that lasted exactly 14 hours and 54 minutes. He noted that the president answered every question posed, with some journalists raising more than 8 questions each. Abbas remarked that the president's willingness to clarify matters and provide detailed responses demonstrated a rare commitment to openness in governance. He added that this level of engagement reflected the qualities expected from all individuals in positions of responsibility. The press conference, widely praised by the public and media professionals, covered government initiatives and addressed various narratives circulating on social media. The session is also believed to be the longest press conference ever conducted by a head of state and notable for allowing journalists to question the president without limitations. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz has stated that assigning development projects to state-owned enterprises (SOEs) will significantly reduce pressure on the national budget by allowing projects to be executed at or near actual cost. Speaking at a press conference at the President's office on Saturday, President Dr. Muiz said the move would save millions by eliminating profit margins typically included in large-scale development budgets. He explained that the government has opted to route many key projects through SOEs, allowing for more efficient spending. According to him, running projects at cost approximately MVR 15 million could be saved, and he mentioned that these projects would be overseen directly by the Ministry of Finance. Responding to a journalist's question on financial reform, President Dr. Muiz said while cost-cutting measures within the ARS and the health insurance scheme will proceed as planned, the government is no longer considering reforms that would reduce financial assistance to citizens. The president added that project funds will be dispersed to SOEs on a weekly basis as part of a special operational framework designed to accelerate implementation of development initiatives planned for this year and next. He also highlighted the government's strategy to purchase materials in bulk, particularly for sports and infrastructure projects, as another way to achieve considerable savings. President Dr. Muiz assured that projected savings outlined in the national budget through financial reforms will be met primarily by reducing the cost of project implementation. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz has stated that he has never engaged in any illegal activity and reaffirmed that he will never act against the law. The remarks came during a press conference where he responded to questions regarding allegations of misconduct during his tenure as housing minister under former presidents Mohamed Wahid and Abdullah Yamin. Addressing the claims, the president noted that the housing ministry employed hundreds of staff at the time and emphasized that any credible allegation should be supported by evidence. He said that institutions such as the Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) exist specifically to investigate such matters and that he fully supports their right to examine any allegation brought against him. The president reiterated that he has never misused his position or authority and asserted that he always acted within bounds of the law. He also underscored the importance of independent oversight, stating that institutions tasked with investigating corruption or misconduct have a clear mandate and will face no interference in fulfilling their responsibilities. Additionally, he added that as president, his only role in relation to these bodies is the appointment of their members and that he would not interfere with their work. We'll see you soon after a short break.
In here today.
Of course, bro. It's the kickoff. It's the new Premier League season. I'll be ready. Get loud. This is new faces, latest drip, and fresh trims. It's time to believe. The greatest league in the world is back.
Brought to you by MediaNet.
Kafa, tiga pocket ennetunnu kontaga phone-ulani. Kafa, passport atungi fangalaniku gellijiyayo. Kafe kanitudani, foshi gellijiyayo.
Kokko hasnuwe, kafe dani hajjen umra plan nagag. Konkamaka kafa haswamvi. Ituru malumat Elite mobile app adi myelite.mv.
Elaid Ailaya, Marhaba.
Welcome back. Looking into more news, President Dr. Mohamed Moise has firmly rejected claims circulating within opposition circles and certain media outlets that the government plans to print money. Addressing the issue at a press conference held at the President's office on Saturday, the President clarified that neither the government nor the Maldives Monetary Authority MMA had any intention of issuing new currency. He stressed that these rumors were completely baseless and reassured the public that no such decision had been made, nor it would be considered during his tenure. The President further emphasized that the government had no plans to print money now or in the future. This clarification comes in response to reports suggesting that the MMA was preparing to acquire a significant plot of land in Hurumale and inject billions of rupiah into the economy. The President confirmed that he would personally investigate the matter further. Authorities have seized more than 26,000 vape products following the implementation of a nationwide ban on electronic smoking devices, which came into effect on November 15, 2024. President Dr. Mohamed Moise made the announcement during a press conference held on Saturday. In addition to the crackdown on vaping products, government agencies have confiscated approximately 14.5 million illegally smuggled cigarettes. The measures form part of the administration's effort to curb tobacco consumption and safeguard public health. President Dr. Moise noted that the seizures had taken place as part of the enforcement of the new legislation, stressing the government's commitment to implementing the law strictly. He explained that the confiscations signal the beginning of more robust actions under the legal framework established by the recent ban. The Maldives is on track to becoming the first nation to introduce a generational smoking ban. Under the proposed legislation, tobacco use would be prohibited for all citizens born on or after January 1, 2007, a group that constitutes roughly 30% of the population. The President indicated that forthcoming legislative amendments would enhance the authorities' ability to enforce tobacco-related regulations, particularly in relation to the seizure and control of both cigarettes and vaping devices. The Maldivian government's digitization initiative, known as Maldives 2.0, is being positioned as a strategic national effort aimed at eliminating corruption and fostering a more transparent system of governance. Speaking during an extensive press conference lasting nearly 15 hours at the President's office yesterday, the President underscored the significance of transitioning to digital governance. He emphasized that the principal aim of the initiative is to accelerate administrative processes while combating corruption at all levels of government. In a reference to a recent official visit to Estonia, the President noted that the trip was intended to study best practices from a global leader in digital governance. He acknowledged Estonia's exemplary achievements in this field, citing its strong performance across digital infrastructure, public service delivery, and transparency. Coinciding with World Press Freedom Day, the President highlighted Estonia's ranking as the country with the second highest level of press freedom globally. He remarked on Estonia's fully digitized government system, drawing a parallel between technological advancement and democratic integrity. The President further announced plans to convene a national conference involving all government agencies to formally inaugurate the Maldives 2.0 project. This undertaking, he said, will seek to comprehensively transform the country's administrative framework through full-scale digitization. President Dr. Moise has publicly disclosed the details of expenses related to Muliage, the official presidential residence, and Ara.
The clarification came in response to a journalist's question at a press conference held at the President's office on Saturday. Addressing the rumors, the President said much of the information being shared online about the expenses and first family meals is false. He explained that he frequently visits Ara to play football, which he described as a part of his routine for maintaining physical health. The president said that Ara has a high-quality football stadium and that when his schedule permits, he visits the island up to 3 times a week to play. Providing further context, the president said he had traveled to Ara a total of 116 times. Of these, 85 visits were made solely for playing football, while 31 included his family. He added that the total fuel cost, including 2 security launches, used for the trips amounted to 844,635.50 MVR. In addition to clarifying his travel to Ara, the president addressed concerns over food expenses at Muliaga. He said the figures circulating on social media do not reflect the actual cost and provided official figures to support his statement. According to the president, 565,703.93 MVR was spent on meals at Muliaga in 2024. He clarified that the budget for Ara is included within the overall Muliaga budget. As of April 30th this year, 175,564.17 MVR has been spent on meals at the official residence.
That's all the news we have for today. Thank you for watching and have a pleasant day.